Hello my creatives and Happy New Year! So I am finally here with my Take 5 video for January. I am late this month because right before New Year's I got sick and I had no voice. So if my voice is still a bit weird, I am not quite better yet, but I'm getting there. And on Monday school starts again, so hopefully I will be better by then. So first of all, I want to give you the prompts for this month, and they are very creative and I absolutely love them. So thank you so much, Amira, for picking these prompts. So she did a little countdown and it was so fun to work with these prompts. It starts with 5 strips of paper, 4 stamps, 3 colors, 2 images and 1 word for 2020. So that was her little honor to New Year's, which I really liked. And I started out with my 3 colors. I took 3 colors of distress paint. I took evergreen bow, weathered wood and shabby shutters. Also everything I used is linked down below in the description box. If I can find it, there's a link. If I can't find it, there's not. But there is a full list of supplies down below in the description box if you would like to check out what I used. So this page came together really nice and I really enjoyed making this page. I'm very happy with the end result. You can also participate in this challenge. Just make your art project with the 5 prompts and post your page on Instagram with hashtag Take5Art. If you make a video, I would love to get a link from you so I can add you to our monthly playlist that is on my channel. And now I will start with my 5 strips of paper. These are all from the Magnolia Jane collection from Heidi Swapp. I really like the neutral colors of it and the different patterns. So I'm just playing around here with my pieces to find a collage that I wanted to use. I decided to cut down, these are all scraps, so I counted them as strips, also the smaller ones. I cut some of them down because they were too big and I wanted to use both pieces, but then I remembered that wouldn't be 5. So I just used the strips that cut off. I'm just playing around with them to find the right composition. I really enjoyed the strips to be vertical and horizontal, but it was too short, so I cut this piece off and pretended that it was a long strip of paper. So I'm just going to play around with these. I do this collaboration with 11 other wonderful ladies and they are linked down below. So I would love it if you would go check them out. They always make me laugh. We have so much fun in the chat on Instagram and they're lovely ladies. And I would love it if you go check them out. They're linked down below. And I also highly recommend you go check them out because we all have such a different style and we make such different pages with the same 5 prompts. So here I go in with my first stamp. I believe it were 4 stamps that I had to use. So then I have my 3 colors, my 5 strips of paper, and here are 2 stamps that I am using for my background because I believe we had to use 4. And here is my image. We had to pick 2 images. So here are my 2 images. I have one, the lady is from a fashion magazine and the other painting is from Flow magazine. So I just used my magazines to find images. And when I started to doing this, it came around rather quickly. I'm just moving around my pieces to find the collage that I liked, but I will decide to put these 2 strips of paper behind my lady and I absolutely love how this turned out. So after that I will stick everything together, or I will stick everything on my page. So I hope you all had a wonderful New Year's. I don't know if you have New Year's resolutions. Usually I don't do New Year's resolutions because I think that if you want to reach a goal, you should just go for it and don't wait for New Year's. But one of the things that I'm focusing on right now is my health and my food and I am focusing on my school. January will be a very busy month for me because I have to complete all my classes before February so I can go on my internship. So it will be very busy. After this voiceover, I will do some homework, and hopefully I can combine YouTube and my school this month. If I can't, I can do it in February, but I will try to keep up and post videos. So I remembered here that I wanted to put the piece underneath and I stuck everything down already, but because I used some wet glue, I could peel it up and stick my pieces back down. And now I will take the beautiful floral piece and put that behind the lady. I absolutely love this pattern paper, and I wanted to show quite a lot of it because I just absolutely adore the floral. Heidi Swapp, her florals are always beautiful. And this is the end of my collage. I stuck her down. And now I'm going to continue with the rest of my prompts, but first I'm going to cut off the excess paper from my pages. So I'm so sorry if my voice is changing all the time, but I'm still not quite better yet. So here I go in for my third stamp, and I just use some archival ink in jet black, and I am going to stamp these circle patterns from Dina Wakley around my page, because I want to use them as a layer for another stamp, and that will be my fourth stamp. So after I completed this, I will take my Tim Holtz stamp platform and this Caramel Studio butterfly stamp, and I am going to stamp this butterfly 5 times. And I'm going to use my distress ink in Evergreen Bow, because we had to use 3 colors, and I used Evergreen Bow in my paint, distress paint. So I thought that would be the same color and I could get away with it. I didn't count the neutrals as colors, so that is what you see here, but I will cut all of them out and add them to my page. And this was what I meant with using the circle stamp as a layering piece. I absolutely loved it, to use a scribbly circle and add an image on top of it. So of course I have to do a doodly border, because you know me. I do this on everything. I believe I use a Papermate Flare this time. I really enjoy this pen. It's not permanent, so that is why I don't use it a lot, but I actually really like to write with it. But this time it was just on hand, and I just grabbed this pen to do a doodly border, as I usually do. So now on to my word for 2020, and my word for 2020 is Mosaic. And I will tell you why. So I have this friend, and we've been talking a lot, and he is a writer. So a couple of months ago he wrote something and it really touched me, and it had the word mosaic in it. It was in Dutch, so I can't really tell you what it was, but it had the word mosaic in it, and I absolutely loved it. So when this challenge came, I talked to him about what word to pick for 2020, and he was very excited that he had the chance to do this with me, because he's a writer. So he gave me this word, and he said mosaic, because the broken pieces of your past can fall together to form something new and beautiful. The shards of a broken past aren't something you have to keep cutting yourself on. Create something more of what you were. And I absolutely loved it. So that is my word for 2020, because I have to remind myself that my broken pieces aren't me, and I can make something beautiful out of my broken pieces from my past into a beautiful new future. So that's why I chose the word mosaic. And I also absolutely love this word with the lady standing there with little sad painting. But she's not quite sad, if you know what I mean. So I wrote it down with the silver Uniposca paint pen, but you couldn't see it. So I first tried to do a drop shadow with a Stadler pigment liner, but I still really didn't like it and you couldn't read it. So I ended up deciding to outline my word, and I absolutely love that. I have never done that before because I don't like outlines on words or drawings. We also are taught not to do outlines unless they have a function. Well, this has a function because you couldn't read the word, and that's why I did the outline. I absolutely love it. I'm very, very happy with this page, and it has a special meaning for me. And I will start my 2020 off remembering that my past isn't my future, and that I can take my broken pieces and create a new beautiful future. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for being late, but you know, getting sick happens. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's, and that you will have a great 2020. Thank you so much. Oh, I do something else. I forgot about this. I do some silver splatters because I missed something on the page. So I'm going to splatter with some brushed pewter. That's also distress paint. And I'm going to splatter a lot, actually. I do remember it now. Silly that I didn't remember that I did this. Yeah, so I'm going to splatter all over my page. So what I was saying, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please leave me a thumbs up. I would also love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all next time. Bye!